Is it safe?
Yes, it's safe. It's very safe. It's so safe you wouldn't believe it.
Is it safe?
Andrew Hiller.
What up?
Oh, you've been hiding at Costco, I see.
Always. It's the only place I go. It's the only place I'm ever going ever again.
You sound like Greg after he went on a trip with his family for 5 days.
Oh,
5 kids in 2 weeks. He can't, like, even yesterday I talked to him, he goes, I'm still never flying anywhere.
That was yesterday he said that?
Yeah.
Oh, does he
Said
always
he's done
do that?
traveling. That's from a trip he went on like a month ago. He just got damaged. You know what I mean? You go on a trip and you get damaged. You're like, I'm never going anywhere again.
My skin got damaged. Look at this crap. Isn't that wicked?
I can't really tell. Are you red?
Yeah, man, I'm peeling.
Oh, yeah. It looks like, to tell you the truth, it kind of looks like you got tan through a set of Levolor blinds. Like they look like stripes or something. Your tan lines.
Probably the peeling.
Oh, please hold on a second. Rambler, what's up? Rambler, Sevon and Hiller. Rambler, Kip. Rambler, let's go. Hi, y'all.
Hey, what's up,
I saw
Rambler?
Andrew Hiller in full sprint with the big camera. It was peak athleticism.
Oh, yeah, man. I go to these fucking things to work.
Trabajo.
Are we doing this or what? I think it's what you always say, right? You go to these things to fucking work.
Trabajo.
See.
Jethro. Alexis is not going to like that, Andrew.
No, dude. She actually, I probably wouldn't even notice it other than the flaking if she didn't constantly remind me. It's like, you're burnt. Like, yeah,
What do
I
you
know.
put on it? Does she give you some stuff like aloe or something?
She likes to, but I don't like putting stuff on my skin. I would do that. I'd drink a buttload of water before I'd put any ointments or anything on.
How about any pills? Is there any like extra vitamin A, or you could drink? Could you? Let's say you can't put it on the outside, but you could drink tons. Have you ever drank so much olive oil that it starts to come out your skin? Have you ever done that? It's pretty trippy.
Why would I do that? Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I've done that. I did some
What
sort
did
of
you drink that much olive oil for?
I can't remember. It was like part of some sort of like liver cleanse or something. But there's this one part of it where you drink. Haley, what was that thing that I drank so much olive oil that it starts to?
Dude, we can do a weekend review if you want right now too. You just put it up 4 minutes ago.
Oh, what kind of cleanse? Yeah, liver cleanse. I'm gonna do that this evening with a so I have 3 shows today. I have this one with you to review Wadapalooza. Then I have a CAC update because Taylor Self had his first CAC meeting, so he's gonna come on here, and then we're also gonna review Dave's weekend review simultaneously.
You and the CAC, you and Taylor.
Yeah, me and the giant president of the CAC.
Sweet.
And then after that, we're going to do Binge Bros.
Did you watch it yet?
No, have you?
Mm-mm.
I need to watch it right before.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I watched it last week, the day before, and I felt super stale. I didn't like it.
You still did great.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, there were only 5 questions, so it was easy. Okay, so you went to Wadapalooza. You sort of disappeared.
It's not about the questions. It's about knowing what it is you're talking about. Or like, I don't know. I feel like I did a disservice to the viewers.
On behalf of Andrew Hiller and the Binge Bros, he apologizes.
Yeah.
For being a little flat last week.
I'll be better this week.
So I knew you were going to Wadapalooza. I knew you were covering Lexus Raptus in Folo. I knew that you were going to come home a day early. Then you went there. We exchanged chat. I tried to get you on the show a few times. You were super busy and couldn't come on. And then yesterday I said I wanted to talk to you, and you're like, dude, I'm out for the weekend. This is my last day I'm recovering. And then this morning, boom, we're back in action. So
I'm good.
So tell me, what day did you go down there?
Wednesday night. Got in at 10 or something.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
Stayed at a hotel?
Yeah, right there, right close to it. The Victor.
So you could walk.
Yeah. I think it's better that way.
Way better. I agree. And who did you go with your lovely
yeah, Alexis? Yeah.
Anyone else?
Dude, she loves this event. She loves Wadapalooza. Kind of like her own little mini vacation thing. She has a blast.
Did anyone else go with you guys?
Not with us, no. I think 2 years ago she was competing. She was doing it with her buddy Allie.
And did you do any competing this year?
No. I did that one year at the Gauntlet, and then I realized it's like an hour long. It's not a workout. or it's it's like it's like somewhere between a High Rocks event and a CrossFit workout, if that makes sense, because it's so freaking long. You ever seen the gauntlet? You know what that is?
Kind of. I watched it the year you did it. I just remember watching you do a bunch of workouts.
It's like a Monster Mash Power Hour sort of workout thing. You just keep on going.
Okay.
People like it. I hate it. I hate it.
And then you were also going to do no reps ahead with Brian, and that had like Con Porter and Dallin in it.
Hopper, Lena Richter, Jesse Smith, Haley Adams jumped in. And who went up against Con? New dude.
Okay, so you were busy. And what night was that?
Thursday night.
And did that interfere with your goals of covering Raptus and Folo?
No, not so much. I mean, I just try to get everything in order. I was debriefing with Alexis a little bit, and I get frustrated, right? I like to see the way things are going, and then I like to have a plan and a backup plan, a third backup plan. And when I see that it isn't happening around me the same way, I get a little ticked off. Or that you're like, hey, dude, I just told you I was upset with how I executed on our fucking backup for. What happened over there?
Nothing. Just having the boys stay quiet.
Oh, like I felt like I under executed on the Binge Bros last week.
Okay.
I didn't like that. Wasn't comfortable with it.
Did you not do a good job filming with Folo and Raptus in your no reps?
I think I did fine.
Okay. So you weren't where did the plan go astray that you're alluding to just now?
These events are a challenge for me because I'm always battling the need to want to talk to people. I like chatting with everybody, and I feel like if I cut people off, I feel like I'm being a dickhead. And I also am battling the fact that I don't feel like I'm working.
Oh, right.
Like you don't get it. That is work, and I'm like, no, I'm every second I'm not like with the people that I think that the viewers want to see. I think I could be missing something. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
like if someone like stubs their toe or steps on a nail and I didn't have the camera going.
Right. You're there to cover Folo and not be Andrew Hiller. Hey, Andrew. And people
at length, right?
Say that again?
It was like the event as well. So I was trying to get as many people as I can. I'm like constantly afraid of missing crap.
So while you're trying to cover the event, someone might walk up to you and be like, "Hey Andrew, did you see this no rep video?" Or "Andrew, I really liked your video on this." Or "Hey Andrew, what do you think about this?" And you want to give them your undivided attention, not be a dick, but you're also like, and so you're torn. You're doing both jobs at a B level instead of one job at an A level.
Right. Burns me at both. Dude, I feel burnt. I told you yesterday, like, hey, I'm done for the weekend. I'm out.
Like you gave too much?
All of it, just whatever all of it is.
Yeah, okay.
So
and then was it cold there? I kept seeing Chase and Bill talking about how cold it is, and I would see Alexis just wrapped in a blanket.
It was cold. It was very cold on night one. Thursday. Friday was a little better. Maybe I was more prepared for it. I would have.
Andrew signed my penis.
You ever see the scene in Happy Gilmore where he signs the chick's boob?
No, but I used to do a show called IVTV, and there was all sorts of boob signing that went on.
That's cool. Like the full boob or like the top?
Yeah, all over. Areolas, tops, undersides. Yeah.
That wasn't in Happy Gilmore, just the top of the boob. And then he signs like some grandma's boob too. I thought it was cool.
Oh, that's crazy cool. Is he down like really low signing it? Like make a saggy chit chat?
Yeah, he gets low. It was good. It's like some super hot chick, and then some old lady walks up. It actually kind of reminds me of you now. You just like all of the boobs.
Happy Gilmore 2 is coming out?
Yeah, and I think that Sydney Sweeney chick is like the main chick.
That's the chick with the great hammers everyone likes?
Right.
Sebi, have you seen Emily Rolfe's post? No, I'm sure I'll love it. I like everything about Emily Rolfe.
What is her post?
Are you looking?
Dude, how about yeah, I'm pulling it up. You want me to share it?
Sure.
I'm sure you'll like it.
Did you hear anything about the production? Since you were there on the ground, like when I'm filming the games, I never hear anything about the production. Did you hear anything about the production from the perspective of those of us who watched it from home?
Yeah, I shared the screen. Yeah, you'll like this post for sure. This is right up your alley. What do you think?
Here's the deal.
Uh-oh. Did this ruin Emily Roll for you?
No, like I'm not a fan of this kind of stuff.
From
I
what
mean, she has
lens?
an amazing body and stuff. I'm a cinema verite guy. I like the more voyeur stuff. I don't like if something's staged for me. I'm
You don't think she just happened to do this by chance?
No. No. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a staged guy. I'm just not a fan of stage stuff. I think lingerie is stupid.
That's a swimsuit, homie.
But I know, but it's in that same vein. Like lingerie is staged. Yeah, who cares? I don't know. I do. I like to accidentally see something. Do you know what I mean?
I understand.
I would rather have like a boob slip is like, you know what I mean? Like I like a boob slip or a little like peak at cleavage or like.
Oh.
But hey,
why would I turn the sound down? That was worse.
But she's absolutely hot as shit. I mean, fuck. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna do? I'm just not that kind. I don't like you want to be the honest truth? Who took this picture? I can't stand the photographers she works with.
Oh no. Dude,
it?
I was talking to this person this weekend who was just going off on everyone. It was awesome. I loved it. I was just cackling, which I don't think I've ever said that. But but this is one of the people that they brought up. And it's like, hey, did Flashlight Fitness get a picture of her hoo-ha? And it's just like this. I don't know if that's him, but I've heard so many anecdotes that this Flash Fitness dude just loves.
Yes, I can't stand this page. I've been to this page once. Cannot stand this page.
Dude, the fact that I've heard from so many separate people that don't know each other that this dude is I don't even know the word. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
like his photography. It doesn't mean I don't like him, and I'm not saying that other people can't like it. Hey, I saw this Instagram video the other day, and this girl doing bar muscle ups, and her boob gets caught on the bar. She comes down and it bounces, and I thought that was sexy. Like that's you know what I mean. I like that photo. Yeah. That's a dope photo. Is that him?
Pretty sure that's him.
Yeah, that's a great photo.
Hey, this dude used to have me blocked. He doesn't anymore. I bet he will again after this. Is this Emily? Who's this? Oh, not Emily Rolfe.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of work, dude.
I hate that.
And it's expensive. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this guy. Only because a lot of people I like a lot don't like him because they either exploit them or their people.
I don't mind being exploited, but I don't mind exploiting people.
I don't know, dude. It's a weird world with some of the stories you hear about these.
Take your shirt off now, damn it.
Yeah. Flash Fitness. All right.
Tell me, what do you mean by exploit? What do you mean exploit?
Oh, dude. All right. You want a story?
Yeah.
I was on the phone with a female, and she said that she walked into a room full of photographers, and dude, this makes me so fun. Not much makes me uncomfortable, but it's like they were passing around a photo that one of them had taken where you could see like the shorts had rolled down to the extent that you could see a portion of the chick's vagina. And it made me so uneasy because like, she's like, all right.
Was she in the room?
She was in the room. She walked in and they were like passing around and like, she's like, what are you guys looking at? And they got all like quiet.
Oh, and yeah, that's a sure way to lose trust.
This dude was not there. The Flash guy was not there for that. But
yeah,
after that, it made me feel like, oh my God, I'm like, what do I do about this? I'm like, can you get the picture? I'll make a video about it if you can get the picture.
Hey, listen, if you accidentally get a shot of someone's vagina, that's what you send when you get home. You show that to whoever's in your trust circle. You don't show that at the place to a shitload of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're gonna
like a year and a half or so ago.
Yeah, it's and to defend that fleshlight guy, fleshlight, what's it, whatever his name is,
Flashlight.
Like if you, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with wrong with dressing a guy up as Thor or woman as Wonder Woman and taking the pictures. It's just not my thing.
Dude, like if I heard the photographers were doing that with Alexis, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd probably beat the shit out of them. If I thought like, hey, check out this chick's vagina, it was Alexis, I'd be fucking pissed because she's just out there working out.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, jeez.
They're just out there working out. Like they were doing handstand push-ups and like, you know how you get all jumbled up and it's like, imagine if more, I mean, fuck, there's going to be chicks who hear this and now they're going to be all fucking worried about like who's got their 400 millimeter camera lens and what they're doing with it.
Well, if you're going to work out your bra and your panties for a living, it's bound to happen.
Yeah, I guess that's true too.
Okay. So you go there.
I'd kill him.
Tell me about your you mean like that picture of Tudor we stare at? Where is this hog? Where is that picture? Where's that video of Tudor's giant hog?
Yeah, pull that thing out.
Definitely exploiting Tudor there. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's gone.
Which
have we
one?
lost? Oh my God, have we lost?
You mean that jump rope that he brings everywhere?
Did Chase really say that in the broadcast? That's amazing. I don't see the Tudor Magda video anymore in the what's this?
Athletes focus on toning.
Nope, that's exerciser. What's this? Oh, what's it? Oh, that's wheel wad.
Julian sat next to Abby's dad. Cool. I never met Abby's dad.
Who's Abby?
Abby Domit.
Oh.
Donut. Climbing rope, not jumping rope. Luke Ruthenberg.
Luke Rutherford, Hold Fast Training and Nutrition. You delete any inappropriate images, sharing them even in person is a major no-no.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I mean, I don't even think I'd get that. Maybe I would. I don't know what I would do. I definitely wouldn't share it with all my photographer buddies.
No. You probably saved it under Taylor's favorite videos, maybe. It's weird. I don't have that. I can't imagine Susan knows I like the giant Tudor hog. Someone sent me a funny picture.
I probably wouldn't even realize I had it in my camera. I did something with Alexis the other day with her business. She needed to put some pictures, and she was going through them, and she's like, "Andrew, you took like 3,000 pictures." And I go, "Yeah, I'm not very good at it, and I want to make sure I don't miss like a good one."
Yeah.
So I would probably just miss it.
Oh, right.
Like the 3,000, and you only look at what 10% of them.
Is it what was she wearing? What brand of clothes was she wearing that her vagina slipped out?
I don't know. Should I ask? I can ask the person. It wasn't this person either, so maybe they would need to know. They would need to ask that person, or maybe they can get the picture still this day.
Hiller, what do you think about the 60 plus being given the choice for handstand walk or bear crawl during the workout?
Obviously, everybody's going to bear crawl, dude. I really.
Is that true? Is that true, or is he just making that up? There's no way that can be true.
I don't know. I guess I can pull it up. Should I pull it up?
There's no way that could be true.
What workout would that be? It would be RX workout. Dude, because if that's true, everyone's just bear crawling. Like, no one in their right mind would handstand walk. It's 30 times harder unless they quadrupled the distance.
Chapman, it's true. You can't do that. How can you do that? How can you make it their choice?
I shared the screen. It would be not a team workout, solo workout. It would be this one.
What website is this?
A lot of Palooza website. Look at that. He's not lying. 30-foot handstand walk or 90-foot bear crawl. So they tripled it. So I suppose if you're good on your hands, you probably get it done quicker.
Wow.
Now I'd be curious if anybody chose to handstand walk because generally they're not that great at it. They're slow, and you could fly on your hands.
Yeah, why not just make it a 10-foot handstand walk if you're not sure, or just a bear crawl?
Do we know who programs for Wadapalooza? I have some words for them.
Tell me, what other crazy shit did you see? I thought the programming was pretty good, except for the sled pull. What didn't you like?
What didn't you like about the sled pull?
Just because when John had this proposal that when there's only 6 workouts and each workout is 17% of the workout, it's kind of crazy to have something where so much shit can go wrong. And it was weird that Austin Hatfield destroyed every workout, destroyed that workout in practice, and destroyed Guy in it.
I told John Young that Austin was going to do shit on the sled pull. Like, yeah, you're going to do better if you're doing it on the fucking turf, John.
Yeah, but here's another data point. He took 18th in it.
Mm-hmm.
And Guy beat him. But when he did it with Guy in training, he beat Guy by a lot.
That's a pretty decent data point.
And so, and I don't know what the conclusion was, but there was a lane or two that seemed like lane 4 and 8 or something that was drawing up a lot of sand on the.
If you really want to do this, you say, all right, Austin and Guy, we need you to 10 separate times in 10 separate lanes, do the exact same workout on the hour. And over the course of it, we'll see who's better at the workout to see if the first result is in inaccuracy.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because when you do it on the turf, it is just a different workout. Maybe Guy's better at this workout in the sand. It's just different.
You didn't have an issue with the sleds being pulled in the sand?
I really liked it.
You did? Okay.
You know why I liked it? Because, and this also like stems to the broadcast, but not really. Every single year at Wadapalooza, I fucking hate the programming every year. Because for the vast majority of it, I think it's a terrible test of fitness. And once you like accept that it isn't trying to find the fittest athlete there, but they're trying to get a whole bunch of people in, make it accessible to everybody, which I also don't like, but I get that they're doing it. And then they're trying to make it cool. And the workouts are, no longer than 15 minutes. Then you start to think, okay, they're not testing for the fitness. And if by chance you get a shitty lane in the sand, well then fuck, who cares? Like maybe you should have got in. It's just chance. It's all chance.
But you're spending money to go there to win the $75,000, and ideally you would like to at least give everyone an equal chance.
In workouts that nobody can determine who should be doing what in the first place because it's not a fitness test. I mean, it's by chance that somebody like Guy would finish 10 spots higher determined by who writes the programming because it's not a fitness test.
Well, some people plan to come there and make it so that they can't be programmed out, right? Like James, the best in the world want to make it so that they can't be programmed out of the event. That's the whole thing with the games, right? Mm-hmm. You can't program Froning or Tia or Fraser out of the games.
And at Wadapalooza, it's just a shit show and you can do whatever you want.
What didn't you like about the programming, if you like the sled pull?
I did like the sled pull, and I did like that everybody might get messed up at any point in time. I mean, who knows who's going to get messed up where. I liked the blocks. People didn't like the blocks, like the bench press block thing. I thought it was like Tetris. I thought it was a very unique thing where you got to like navigate the field and move your bench.
I loved that. Yep.
I hated the finale. I absolutely hated that it wasn't 2 parts because you could have very easily made the 30-20-10 part 1 and then made the 15-12-9 part 2. And you could have really had him start at like the 8-minute mark. And it would have made a lot of sense. 200 points also adds to the final.
Yes.
Right? Much like the cost this year, and it throws everyone for a loop.
Yes.
I hate that it was a 13-minute thing where like you know who's going to win the whole time after like 5 minutes. So I really didn't like that. The first event was good, the beach run.
Yeah,
the high stakes tight ropes one was a complete miss when they decided that you could break the lunge, or like let's say you fuck up the lunge, you got the dumbbells overhead. It was a one dumbbell, and like if you fuck up, you got to go back 5 feet to the increment. But on the handstand walk ahead to be unbroken. So Ricky and Abby. God, I'm mentioning people. I hate when I mention people I've done videos with, but they both got no rep. So they had to redo the whole handstand walk segment, and they're essentially fucked at that point.
Okay.
But various people are like missing dumbbell lunges. Ricky also being one of those people. I heard that Ricky was getting no rep because the judge like on his lunges for his knee not hitting the floor, and the judge told him there's no sweat on the floor where your knee was supposed to hit, so I know your knee did not hit.
Oh,
And it
Jesus.
was also 50 degrees. Ricky didn't tell me that, and neither did any of the coaches. I heard that from someone who had spoken to Ricky. It's like second wind.
Hey, what is the rule? Let's say you're judging and you're not sure whether the guys touch the knee on the ground and lunge. I think you give it to the athlete. That's your fault as the judge, right?
Correct.
You don't fall back on there's no sweat.
Right. That's ridiculous, especially when it's 50 fucking degrees outside and no one's sweating. But no, I do think it was
a 12 no reps on the wall ball.
Ricky? Yeah, I heard that too. Maybe that's something that they can button up over at Proven.
It did not look like Raptis was, I can't remember what the workout was, but it looked like in one of the workouts she was not squatting to depth. I think it was the wall ball also.
The thruster one?
Maybe.
Or you think it was on the wall balls because there were thrusters in that workout too?
Something. I just remember watching that and going, "Ooh, shit!" At that time, so you didn't cover Raptis?
No, she had like the tier team on her,
so you backed off.
And I think she may have known that like the day before or something. So I reached out and I'm like, "Hey, I'll be there tomorrow morning." She goes, "The tier people are going to be here." I'm like, "All right, I'll see you later then." And then they were just kind of with her the whole weekend.
Did you? So you
did with her, so I think it'll be cool.
Say that again.
They already have put up some stuff with her, and I saw them with her on the floor getting a whole bunch of stuff. So I think it'll be cool whatever they end up with her.
How was it? So you just filmed with Folo?
Yeah.
You had a good time?
Yeah. She was in good spirits. I think that was kind of her only mission of the competition was to go back and do some competition again because her last one kind of ended sour, and this one she wanted to do it and have a good time with it. And she would have rather placed higher, but that wasn't really her point.
And she's strong. I didn't know she did good in the Olympic one. That was her best one, right? 5th place.
Well, while we're still on the topic, kind of close to whether or not I like events, I fucking hate lifting events for the sake of them being lifting events. But again, it isn't a fitness competition. So all of a sudden, I like the lifting event because you know what they're trying to get out of it. And dude, the fact that she was 5 pounds less than Danny Spiegel blew my mind. Danny Spiegel's over there. I turned to Alexis and I'm like, she's looking at Spiegel do those lifts. And she has a lot of opinions herself. And she goes, she's too busy trying to be fancy that she kind of forgot that she could win the event with her like rebounding hang power clean. That was Spiegel, and Folo's 5 pounds behind her.
What do you think about Spiegel not doing a squat clean or squat hang clean?
I told Alexis that she's probably hurt or something.
Okay.
It's the only thing that makes sense. Like there's no way she thought she'd be better doing a hang clean, or Alexis is right and she's just trying to show off. Alexis thought she was trying to show off.
How was your interaction with Guy?
I don't think I had any.
How was your interaction with Luca?
That was good. I bumped into him on day one. And I just basically said, "Hey, I'm Andrew." And it was like very wow, whatever. How are you? Good luck. See you around.
All right, cool. All right, good.
Nothing deep.
It's pleasant. He's a pleasant guy. Smiley.
Yeah.
Yeah, good dude.
He's kind of he looked softer than I would have imagined.
Like he's put on some mass for strength.
Like he's big, and he's just big. Probably like 220 if I had to bet pounds, which is big for a guy that's maybe an inch taller than me.
How was your access?
Amazing.
It was.
Yeah. Dylan got me kind of whatever I needed, which fucking great.
All right. Kudos. Yeah. Kudos to him because that could be hit or miss over there.
I made sure that like whatever I did, I didn't like go out of my way to make the event look bad as a result of it. I think that would just be stupid. Right. So like, I put up some stuff yesterday, but I was already home and somebody was sending me those things online. And at which rate, it's not something I would have gathered with the access I was given. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I also think it would have been kind of, as I'm putting it up, I'm like, God, I hope he doesn't like take this the wrong way. But, or like anybody over there, right? I'm not trying to shut the event. This is just what I do. And the treadmills should have, did you understand that treadmill one that I put up by chance?
Dude.
It was like supported by 5-pound bumper weights. And isn't that crazy? Just sitting on the screws.
How bad was this? Was every single runner like that?
No, dude. It's just this one.
Oh.
So she's on it and it's like going out of control and the guys are there trying to hold it down.
Okay, well that makes me feel better. So it was just one of the runners.
Right.
Okay, so something happened. Okay, that makes me feel way better because I was like, holy fuck, have these guys never have they not learned anything from events they've done? But it was just one runner. Something was wrong, like it lost its legs or something.
Right. Like they tried to level it out and you just screw it, right? And eventually you run out of leeway and the thing just pops off.
Is that girl putting her hands out like that, like she's pissed?
Yes. The video is a little longer. I clipped it for the sound, the oh no sound. I thought it was funny.
Okay, so just one runner.
I put that up and I'm like, I don't know if people are going to understand it, but it looks like people got it.
Oh yeah, people.
Hey, dude, if you got it, I know everyone got it.
Yeah, good point. And hey, I definitely one runner, don't have an issue with it. That had never happened at the games.
Just pull out a new runner, right?
Yeah, they had just pulled out a new runner. Okay, and then there was this moment.
Oh, this is crazy.
And afterwards, I was told that the judges were briefed.
This is another one that I had airdropped to me from somebody else who was in the stands. So again, this isn't something that I got with my video camera or even my own cell phone.
Yeah, this is a problem.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, this
but,
is.
But she does get a handful of no reps, but this is somebody who has struggled with handstand push-ups for a long time, and it's like, oh, how do you get over it? Just kip a little bit.
But I heard that they were briefed, so they had to keep their legs straight the whole time.
Yeah.
And so this is like a major judging error when someone who almost won the event on a movement that's their hardest movement is getting a significant break.
See, at the end, she gets that one no rep. From what I understand, the head judge came over and said that she couldn't do this. And also, she's not the only one out there who was attempting it. So this is something that the elites are figuring out.
And it's not her fault either. Well, they didn't tell her no kipping, but they did say you had to keep the leg straight.
Correct. It's like, in theory, it's kind of hard to kip a wall-facing handstand push-up until you see this. Like, would you have ever thought you could kip one of these?
I'm just totally the wrong person to ask, but I just find it kind of amazing that this happens at this caliber an event with the fucking the highest level athlete in the space.
What do you mean? No, this is exactly why that happens, because they know what they can and can't get away with. What's amazing is she kept trying to do it.
Oh, you mean
like, hey, if you got 21 of them and you can get 5 out of the way real quick and make them easier and kip a little bit, and then they no rep you on the 6th one, well, then you just stop doing it.
Right. Yeah. No foul on her part.
That's what the fucking best do. It's up to the judge to hit her with a no rep on the first one. Hey, dude, I had a guy come up to me and say that the PFAA was advising that before no repping any athlete, you give them a warning. Do you follow that? So, like, let's say, yeah. So again, it's like, and I guess that's
fucking insane.
They are the athlete association. They are athlete first. That is kind of in their modus op, and like, fuck, it's so ass backwards.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere.
How about the other athletes? Like all the other ones that did the first rep the right way. Like, everyone just gets a warning shot on the first one.
Hey, so let's say someone's doing wall balls, and do you think it's okay for a ref to say that one was close?
I think you're just supposed to tell them no. I mean, it's too many.
What if it was good?
Yes or no.
It was good? You don't think do you think the ref should just either be like counting or say no rep?
It's yes or no. And if there's ever a point in time, I think the athlete could turn to the judge and say, what happened? It's like too low.
Okay. So you don't think the ref should be saying, and you don't think the judge should even be saying, okay, that was close.
Correct. There's no
okay.
Why would you do that?
I mean,
with the amount of nuances in all of this shit, it's like, and everybody has their different, people don't even speak the same language out there. And like, there's judges who judge all day. I don't know about it this year, but I know in years past, there were judges who would judge all the divisions all day long. And they have just different ways of verbalizing it. And if one athlete gets a different series of words than another, that's the thing that's not fair to everyone else.
The first no rep is the warning.
There you go. Great answer.
Do you think that that's true, that the PFAA is your source pretty good?
My source has been judging a Wodapalooza for numerous years.
God, they fucking suck, dude, so bad. If that's true, they suck so bad.
I talked to Brent.
Hey. Oh, how was that?
Good.
You guys are homies. You guys are homies.
Brent's cool. I got some stuff on camera with Brent. And I mean, if you want my honest opinion about it, it kind of seemed like they were chasing their tail a little bit, right? Like he was talking to me about the sled pull after the sled pull had happened. And I'm like, well, that should have been thought about before the event, right? That's just like one thing. And it's just like kind of backwards. And then I heard he was judging.
Really?
Yeah, he was in for the team stuff. What would have been Saturday? I wasn't there any longer, so I couldn't go out and watch. But I heard he was judging.
Teen or team?
Team. EAM.
Did you see Ty Jenkins lift?
I didn't see it. No, but I heard I saw him there. Ty.
Let me just show you this real quick. This is a little off subject. Ty Jenkins in the RX division. I want to say he's the CrossFit 3 times fittest teen on earth. Wow, 3 times. Look at this.
He's got a big ass head. He looks like I think I told him this. He looks like the dude from The Incredibles.
He does have a huge head. He's a man child. Where did I see? I saw him. Somewhere I saw him.
You know what? Was it on Kipping It Reels? Maybe I did see it. Jake Chapman. He's a lesbian. I don't know about that. Go to his story.
Oh, it's probably gone then.
Why? There's Ty Jenkins. Go next. Maybe again. Oh fuck. It's gone.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he did 340 for the clean hand clean.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good for how old he is.
Yeah. I wonder if
I think he was sick during the qualifier. He probably could have made elite. Done pretty well. Ty's a freak.
Hey, a lot of people are not going to make the games this year.
Why? How you figure?
Just 30 and 30. It's going to be sad.
You think he's one of them?
I don't know. It depends on how many of these people are retiring. You know what I mean? How many of these people are done with competing at the highest level and they're going to the smaller competitions?
I'm showing you what Ty Jenkins looks like.
Oh, I didn't share the screen.
Here, it's up now.
That's
what Ty Jenkins looks like.
Oh yeah, I see it.
A big ass head and his big old head of hair.
The happy version of him.
Yeah, syndrome. So you don't think a lot of people are going to make it this year?
No. Oh, what's your overall takeaway? You like Wodapalooza? Like, I can't tell if you're you came back and you're like, fuck it, I'm done traveling.
Wodapalooza is great. The event. Here's the thing that my grand scale takeaway is that if you were at the event, you can get over the fact that they can't control the weather. It was amazing. Like Vendor Village was crazy, way better than any of the years of the CrossFit Games that I've been to. It was like 100 times better than the Vendor Villages at the semifinals as of late. There's a lot of stuff going around for the people to do with the athletes. The athletes are more laid back in a way that they aren't kind of during the game season because they're, their livelihood and athlete credentials are on the line at that point. So the athletes are much more chill, which is cool, which is ironically enough something I think they're going to fuck up when they move it to March. I think the athletes will be less chill in March than they are in January. But the thing that I can't get over is how the stream is going to stain this shit forever. Like they moved to Miami Beach. It was like 800 meters of awesomeness, and you don't get any of it. You have no idea how awesome the venue was. You have no idea how awesome potentially the event was because the stream was so fucked up.
How do you know the stream was fucked up? Did you go back and watch it?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
It's kind of what I was doing at night too. I've told everybody that needs to know that the stream's fucked. I'm telling you right now that the stream was fucked.
So at one point, Dylan wrote on the stream, "Oh, Hiller's taking over the stream." Hiller's taking over the stream. Was that just a joke?
Yeah, that was a joke.
You had no involvement in the production?
No, zero.
And the information that we had is that it used to be Hamilton Road, and that for half the price, Brian Friend took on the obligation.
I kind of don't want to bring Brian into it whatsoever.
Okay.
And I
was it his organization? Was it Be Friendly Fitness who was in charge? Can you at least tell me that? Is that true?
Well, no, that is true. But
Okay.
But it's one of those things where, like, the other day I had a bit about the World Fitness Project on Peter's show around the whiteboard.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, if it weren't for you and Peter and Spin and me, like, and the Get With The Programming crew, who the fuck knows anything about whatever the fuck the World Fitness Project is? Nobody knows a goddamn thing. So when it comes to like the Brian thing on the broadcast, if it's not for like some people saying some stuff and like maybe even our sphere about it's Brian who did it, it is still shit. Maybe no one knows why it's shit, and you can point out why it is shit, but it's not really, I don't think it's something to point at Brian and say, fucking Brian ruined the stream. But that's where I'm at with it at the moment. But it was shit.
I heard someone describe it on my morning show today that it was like of the 15 things they were trying to do, they were all, off. And that's why it was
the stream.
Yeah, and that's why it was shit. Like not one of the aspects outside of the commentating was like perfect. There was always a little something off. Like the wide cam was good, but it was shaky. The close-ups were good, but they cut away at the wrong time, or the camera went sideways, or
I would just like to know what the expectations were. That's all. Right?
And it was their first foray into it.
Hey, dude, you're sitting in Newport, right? And you've been in there, what, 3, 4, 5 times at this point?
Yeah, 5, 10.
What if at one point you show up and instead of going into that place that you've become accustomed to, you're just like on the lower level, and the lower level has no light, no internet, and no air conditioning?
Right.
You'd be pissed the whole time.
Right.
And I just don't know if you were told that as you showed up, or if you were informed a month ago and that's what you are there for at the moment. Right.
So you're saying that the production crew, maybe they told Wadapalooza, hey, this is going to be our first run at this. We don't really know what we're doing. Bear with us.
And if that's the case, then fucking fine. But I find it hard to believe that that's the case. And also, regardless of whether or not that is the case, like the people watching it don't give a fuck.
Right.
It's like, hey, if you're accustomed to driving around in a Porsche and they give you a 1985 Toyota Camry with 300,000 miles on it, you're going to be fucking pissed.
So
regardless of whether or not it's free, like, oh, you're going to complain about something being free. It's like, well, I've gotten a Porsche for free for fucking 10 years.
So it could be Charlie Doobie's fault because in Hamilton Road, because they set the bar so high that anyone who came after them was destined to fail.
Perhaps. And what are you grinning about?
Because it's just fucking ridiculous. It's like yelling at your girlfriend because she's not as good as the fuck from your ex. God, I love you, but my ex was such a better fuck than you.
Question is, why don't they have their ex anymore? Right?
Yeah. I mean, I have to assume it's just to save money. I have to assume. I mean, they obviously didn't pay the same amount of money.
What do you think happens next year? or maybe even SoCal, because that's probably that'll be more recent. The X.
Hey, listen.
You think they're running back?
Brian survived the video you made about him, and so I think like he can survive anything. He's, you know what I mean? He's just numb to, or doesn't care, or just focused and so passionate that he you know, he's gonna stay the course. You know what I mean? Maybe this is only gonna make him stronger. I will say this: the comments in the stream were vicious.
In relation to Brian, or in relation to the stream?
Yes.
Because again,
everything. Yes, and yes. Like basically, like people, it had become to where people were there to watch it just to rip on it, not to actually watch it. Do you know what I mean? There was like a whole cohort of people who'd given up on watching the event. It's you know what I mean? It's like going to a cafeteria to eat food, but then there's some people there who are just there to have a food fight, and there were just people there to have a food fight.
I've heard you use that analogy before. I love that analogy.
Yeah.
I put that post up about the live stream on day 4. I mean, we can go look at it right now. I'm sure it's still just how it was before. But
I watched it, and I was taking all sorts of notes of like things that like, okay,
yeah,
I feel like I learned a shitload from it.
Oh, of course, there's Barry. That's Barry's comment number 1. Can you pull that up?
Yeah. Barry McCockiner.
Oh no, the I shared a screen.
Oh, okay.
Can you believe? Imagine any single sporting event, and I know I talked to you about the grandma effect already. Let's say the only people who are going to make it through that disaster of a live stream are going to be the people who are already invested.
Yeah, like me. Like for me, I was just glad there was a live stream so I could cover it and do my shows.
Right. But there will be 0 people who look at that from the outside and do CrossFit as a result of it.
Right. Okay.
And I don't know if that, like, again, it depends on what the intention was. If it was just to show the grandmas out there, their kids or their grandchildren doing shit on a competition floor, then maybe you did it. Maybe. But the biggest fuck up is like you watch the Super Bowl, the Chiefs and the Eagles 2 weeks from now, and then they shut it off with the last 2 minutes left. Like you don't know who wins the fucking football game.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. The grandma is now in shambles because they don't know who did what at what point.
So that really happened with the women? They never announced the female winner?
They never announced the leaderboard. No. This is on team day, the teams.
What happened? Why didn't at that point you might as well just start up a stream on a cell phone and tell everyone who the winner is?
Look at this. Jeremy World actually quit CrossFit because of the live stream.
By the way, just to expand the grandma effect that Hiller's talking about is we were talking and he was basically saying, you know, there's people who will watch their kids' football game when they're on a business trip and they don't care if it's a parking lot cam from the top of the stadium. They just want to watch it and you know, and get glimmers of their kid. And he's saying that this stream was so bad that the only people who watched it were people who were like trying to cover it like us or people's grandmas. Do they make money from the stream? If not, then I don't think they care if people aren't happy with it. If they expect to make money from the stream, different story.
Do the Super Bowl commercials mean nothing to you? Why in the fuck would anyone pay $1 million for a time slot in 2 weeks if not for that reason?
I have to guess the vast majority of sponsors sponsor because it's live streamed. So let's say you're going to charge a sponsor $5,000 for an event to come there. All of a sudden now you can charge them $10,000 because you're streaming it. Just for example. So on some level, you have to guess they promised, like if you're Tier or I don't remember the other commercials, Rogue or whoever. I mean, Rogue probably doesn't give 2 fucks, but
there you go.
I think some people care. Tried watching a couple times, gave up. CrossFit Games spoils us by putting in time marks after the stream finished. Makes it really easy to scrub through the events, heats you want to watch.
Hey, dude, on the topic that is, they were trying to do too many things and they did them all at like a D at best grade.
Yeah.
Someone sent me a screenshot of one particular point in the stream where the women were competing and it says elite men. And it's like, Imagine if John Young said some shit like that.
Busted.
Busted.
Wadapalooza is too big to make viewing convenient.
They had all those different stages too. I hate that I keep on using the football analogy, but it's just imagine if you turn on the football game in 2 weeks and they're broadcasting it like it's Tom Brady in 2002. Like everyone would be irate. And nobody would be saying, oh, it's okay. The NFL is hurting for money.
Well, I'll tell you who would be really pissed. I mean, I'll tell you who would be pissed is the sponsors.
Fucking Gillette and Coca-Cola, Taco Bell, that little chihuahua doesn't even have a home anymore because they blew their load on a Super Bowl ad. But by halftime, nobody was there anymore because they were so pissed off on day one.
It's so hard for me to see that, by the way, because I didn't watch Team and I am the Grandma Cam. Do you know what I mean? I mean, obviously I'm interested in production and doing a good job. But I saw what I needed to see to report on it.
What does a report look like to you?
Just, we would watch the stream and then afterward we would talk about the event. And so we saw who the winners were. We got to see the judging. We got to see the weather. We got to see the movement patterns. We got to see the race. It wasn't perfect. The camera cut away at the wrong time, but we're kind of used to that in the space. The camera was a little jittery, the parking lot cam shot, but like I watched it on a big TV. Like I honestly, and to tell you the truth, this is the irony of it, the paradox of it. I enjoyed people ripping on the stream, but even though I didn't really agree with them, like I didn't care for some reason. You know what I mean? Well, because I wasn't thinking it from the angle you are. You're thinking it from the angle like, which is valid. Hey, if someone didn't do CrossFit and they were flipping through YouTube and they were served this up and they clicked it, would they be like, "Oh shit, what the fuck's going on here?" And then would it attract them to want to like get into it?
I mean, dude, you've made so many fucking videos. You've been doing this way longer than I have. It's just like, I think it's probably on Wadapalooza more than anything. They've been doing it for more than a decade. Since 2012 they've been doing this, I think. And
they've had some amazing streams.
Yes. And it's like I've been doing YouTube videos for 3 years. Let's just say I go out and do this video with James Sprague first week of the Open. And it goes back and it's worse than anything I've ever made before. And that would be on me. And it's entirely my fault. And I'm doing a disservice to James, anybody who like had gotten like everybody who looks at that fucking video is going to be pissed. And I let everybody down.
Right.
So that's kind of the lens I look at it at. And personally, I feel a lot of pressure to make sure people like my shit.
Right. Have you, how was No Reps? How did that do? I didn't get a chance to watch that. How was that?
The workout was better than I anticipated. It was like I thought it was going to be weird with the bike and the handstand walk, but it actually was great with the bike, the handstand walk, and the cleans at the sandbag. I thought the athletes were phenomenal. I thought that the athletes jumping in, like Haley, who jumped in last minute, was great. I think Dallin and Jason's back and forth was great. I thought Con was fucking great.
Wait, how does she jump in last minute? It becomes a three-way, a throuple?
No. I think Emma pulled out at the last minute and Haley jumped.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's also how the national anthem happened. Like last minute, she was just asked and she's like, "Yeah, I'll do it." That's why it's so badass. It's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking rock star. I was so nervous for her. I was so fucking nervous for her.
Yeah, it's cool as hell. See, I don't know why everyone's pulling out, keeping it real. I couldn't get those answers, and I was the person who should be able to get those as close as you could be to them.
Did Emma not do teams either?
She did do teams, and they won. It was her and Shelby and Danielle. Maybe it was a lot like Jeff. Jeff was on with Adler, Medeiros, and Hopper. Vellner, I believe, was there too, and he was just trashed. Did you see that? Vellner was just like wasted on a podcast.
No, like drunk, wasted.
Yeah, and I'm probably giving a little bit. He was definitely drinking and feeling it, but Adler's like, yeah, I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to let my team down. Maybe Emma didn't want to be at less than top capacity. Yeah,
And,
Haley sang the national anthem twice.
And how did you and Brian do? Did you guys feel like you guys are getting into a groove better than last time?
No.
Oh,
absolutely not. Brian was doing fucking 15 different jobs all at the same time.
Even at no reps.
Yeah.
So he was spread too thin.
Brian was doing a lot. He was sure as shit trying really hard. There's no doubt there.
Yeah, it is extremely so Greg had his thing in Arizona, you know, we were there, and it's so easy compared to what Brian bit off at Wadapalooza. I mean, it's like nothing. It's not a live stream. It's just one guy up at the front. You just need some live audio and cameras. But we spent an entire day setting up for it, and then 2 full days being there, and then a whole entire evening breaking down all the equipment, putting everything away. And probably a half dozen people in the Scottsdale area invited me to their gyms or to go out to dinner or shit like that. And I'm just like,
all of it.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. Like I wouldn't even consider it, even if I thought I could. Mm-hmm. And so it's a crazy bite he bit off to do no reps and Wadapalooza. Crazy.
The reps ahead fell apart at the seams because of what had happened and was happening with the live stream.
But wasn't the no reps thing before the live stream?
I mean, it was during. It was broadcast in the final hour or so of day 1, Thursday.
Oh. So that was on Thursday after the event. Holy shit. Did you guys debrief? Does he know that? Did he bit off too much?
Yes. Yeah. I have no purpose if not to make those aware of those sort of things.
Harvest CrossFit, if there ever was a pro sport for CrossFit to look to, it's bowling.
Interesting.
Only bowlers watch bowling. You got to win to make money. All the athletes are dorks. Everybody loves them.
Oh. How about darts? Is darts very similar to that?
Very few CrossFit events are a must-see viewing these days. Crash, quarterfinals, Kill Taylor have changed the game. A blend of behind the scenes, old CrossFit Games broadcast works so well. Yeah,
it's just what you expect, dude, isn't it? Like the Porsche example. No one thought they were going to sign on to the Crash Crucible stream and do anything other than drive in like a 2015 Camry. Because in my analogy, I gave you a 1998. And at which rate, if you get into that Camry and you're driving around, it's like, this thing's reliable. We know what we're going to get. And then you get anything better, it's fucking amazing. But it's what you expect.
You're like, fuck, my cell phone syncs seamlessly to this thing. That's nice.
It's And it was better year 2 than it was year 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, much better.
Much better.
Yeah.
This has been 12 years in, and it's the worst it's ever been by a long shot.
And it didn't look cheap. It looked like they invested in it. Getting all the people.
Which part's not cheap?
Just the coverage didn't look cheap either. It looks like they invested stuff in it, going out of their way to get a drone, having Chase and Bill there. It just didn't look like a cheap. It didn't look
going out of their way to get a drone.
Is that yeah, a drone shot working a drone. Does any drone? I don't know. I don't know how. I've never integrated a drone into a.
How many times did they use that drone? Maybe one time.
They used it in the first event.
Okay. For the athletes on the beach?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I liked it. I thought the shot was fucking wonderful.
Okay.
I like a big, wide, establishing shot.
Have you gone back and watched the stream by chance from 24? Because that is eye-opening.
The stream may have been lousy, but looks like City of Miami Beach was a fan, as they are paying big to have them back. Good for the Loud and Live to have put on a great in-person event.
Let me ask you. It was amazing in person. Phenomenal. And if you can't get over the fact that I just say the stream sucked, and you think anything other than that, you're out of your fucking mind. The stream sucked.
There are churches with a higher production streams.
Yeah.
Hey, what about why so if they move to March, do you think that they're doing that, Wadapalooza is doing that so that they can be part of the semifinals, so that they can put a bid into CrossFit to qualify people for the games? Is that what they're doing?
If it's for any other reason, it's entirely ridiculous. I use that word a lot. That's my word. That's my ridiculous.
How was the SoCal event? I'm not a big team or invitational. I mean, I guess I liked Rogue.
Dude, here's the thing. Every athlete you talk to loved SoCal. And many of them also loved the Miami and have loved Miami, right?
Yeah.
The thing is that the thing that you're not doing is you're always enraging the fans for some reason. And the thing that they did best at Miami this year was they gave you this vast open spot where you can sit anywhere. Like you could basically get any seat in the house and they were all great, which is the biggest fuck up of Bayfront. And now you've got some other massive issue, but it's not just a local issue. It's a worldwide issue. No one can see anything.
T-Bird, the SoCal doc will be live on YouTube at 6 Eastern.
I think the athletes really liked SoCal. I can't say that I've heard the same from the select people who were there.
There's a clip from some council meeting that made it sound like March was a Miami idea. Spin posted that.
I think he did post that.
We heard the city wants to create a month of fitness in March. That's why they're doing WZA and High Rocks in the same month.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So it's got nothing to do with CrossFit Games, right?
When do you, how do you have plans for when the Folo coverage will come out?
I'm hoping Friday.
Oh, no shit. That's fast.
Yeah. I hate ruminating and thinking about it. I like to just start churning.
Did you see Sporty Bet there?
Dude, she was running a High Rocks race. Didn't you hear?
Oh, that was the same weekend?
I believe it was this past weekend.
Yeah, and she was 30 minutes behind her previous time.
How do you think about the idea that I'm going to sign up for a High Rocks, something I said I wouldn't do, but I'm going to walk it and beat up on her? You think that's a cool idea?
You're going to walk it and beat her time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fucking hilarious, dude.
That'd be good, right?
Yeah.
And all I'm going to do is my programming. It's like typical CrossFit shit.
Dude, I think you should do it in a wheelchair.
I think I might be. I honestly think I'd be able to do it like a 50-pound ruck on and still beat her.
Dude, you should do it in a wheelchair or crutches.
Hey, dude, they show you your splits, and her 10th 1K was almost 11 minutes long. And I know that your ass can walk a mile in probably 15 minutes if you had to. That's 1,600 meters, extra 500 meters. So basically, she's just walking the whole thing.
Wow.
Right.
So good on her for doing it, but basically she's getting further and further out of shape.
Yes. She's in the worst shape she's ever been, and she'll hide behind the fucking shield that is I had a baby. And the most messed up part about that is I had so many female members that like kind of showed a similar trajectory of Tia, where they get back in really quick because they are really fit. And it's people like fucking Sporty Beth that ruin it for everyone else. Oh, I had a baby, so I can't do it. But there are so many chicks that do it. They turn around really quick. Was Haley not one of them? I'm sure she was. She probably had a quick turnaround, right?
I mean, no, but I mean, she's so fit anyway. Like that didn't matter. She didn't have. So I mean, after the twins, she didn't fucking move for fucking 3 months. She sat in the house and breastfed. But then after that, yeah, I mean, she did not do. My wife did not do what those other women did. But this is gonna sound horrible. My wife actually raises her kids.
Oh boy.
But I mean, you've seen Haley. She's in fucking insane shape.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah, so it's like, but she never let it slide. She never looked like a fucking dump truck. So,
Sporty Beth is a mess. Have you seen her recently?
I have
you want to do one of these with me?
High Rocks.
Oh, dude, it would be hilarious if you did a High Rocks with me. We could both walk it too. I think you could do that. I think you'd be into it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd totally be into it.
1 second. She puts up these shorts. I can't wait to hear. I love playing these for Alexis. I shared my screen.
I've seen her shorts.
No, I mean this. What do you think?
I mean, I don't have what's the premise of her? Oh my God, she's so unhealthy. It's fucking crazy. God, she moves fucking good though, man.
Yeah, because she did CrossFit for a decade.
How does she move? I mean, she runs better than some of the fucking games athletes. But God, she's huge.
She is massive.
How old is she?
33.
Yeah, dude, she's at some point that's gonna catch her. Do you know what I mean?
What do you think? 40? And what does catching her look like to you?
37. I mean, it's like when you have a really big dog, like I've had Great Danes and Borbles. I've had 3 Great Danes and a Borble. And like you want to keep them lean. You want to keep it so you can see their ribs and shit. Like getting up is so different at 40 than 33.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like it's gonna it just hits you. It's gonna hit her. And dude, losing that weight now at 33 is so much easier than it is at 40. Yeah, that's crazy. She's huge. I cannot believe how good she moves.
Yeah, she moves pretty good.
Hey, dude, the truth is she looks like some sort of professional athlete that's in like in a hot, like when I say professional athlete, I mean like hot dog eating contest or sumo wrestling. I mean, she looks like a professional female sumo wrestler.
She sure does. Can I talk to you about this one really quick?
I wish there was a sport she could find where she could utilize that body. What? Go ahead.
Sumo wrestling would be the sport.
Yeah. I mean,
what do you think when you see this video right here? Because I bet it's not what I think.
This?
Yes, this one.
You can't claim mums aren't strong. I see a type 2 diabetic who had a kid.
Okay. What I see is somebody who has her hands entirely full. See how the keys are like laced in her fingers. She holding onto the other bag. She had the baby in her arm, another bag on her shoulder. And then she walks away. Right?
Yeah.
She has to go back and get her fucking cell phone for the video. This whole thing is fake.
Oh shit. Wow.
I mean, she had to do this entire setup, pick up the baby, get the bag. She might not even be going to the gym for all we know. It actually probably makes more sense if she isn't going to the gym.
Oh, so this is like the Emily Rolfe photo.
Exactly. Drives me nuts. There's another one here that's kind of funny. It might be this one. No, or maybe it's this one. Watch what happens the second she puts this bar down. Is this the one? I hope it is.
God damn, she moves good.
She does. Are we hating on Sporty Beth right now, would you say? No.
No. Hey, dude, she's a fucking massively obese woman who wears tiny clothes, who puts herself
there it
on
is. Watch. The second this bar goes down, look where her eyes go. Just follow her eyes. See that second she goes over the camera? It lets you know that everything she's doing is legitimately for the internet.
Hey, look at this first rep. The bar never even comes down all the way on her shoulders. Maybe none of those reps.
Man,
she's like horse strong.
Horse strong.
Do you know what I mean? Like she's coming up here and she's not touching.
I was showing Alexis those videos.
Hey, listen, I don't know what you could say that would be mean to her.
The thing about it, the thing that's crazy about her at the moment is anything that happens will be part of the story. So like she had a baby and now it's part of the High Rock story.
What do you mean?
It'd be like if a car crashed through my garage right now and every piece of my content turned into like people who crashed their car through houses.
Oh, right.
It's like she's entirely reliant on like something that happens to her.
That's good. That's good. Hey, I kind of get that because like when I see human behaviors, like I was at a restaurant the other day and there was a kid standing, 1.5-year-old kid standing in his chair, like way up high in a high chair. And I'm thinking, and there's no parent near him. The parent's across the table from him. And I'm thinking, you're fucking crazy. That kid's going to fall. And I just thought I played the whole thing out about how I would say it on my podcast. And then the waitress came over and there was a fight. So I kind of get incorporated. She's a YouTuber like you two. Everything she does is for entertainment. Hey, and anyway, and listen, she's a lifestyle YouTuber vlogger of what it's like to be obese. Like she might be the fittest fat tub of shit on the planet.
Jeez, you're not wrong. She's the fittest woman at her height and weight, probably.
Yeah,
but she won't know because she won't do the open.
And so, she's
terrified of how much worse she'll do.
Oh no, she should just do it. I mean, that should be her angle. Fittest tub of shit.
Yeah, like I'm the fittest YouTuber.
Yeah.
Although I can't sign up for the open. Dave.
Hey, she should just are you gonna sign up under a fake name anyway and do it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I do that every year. They found like all 5 of them last year.
Wow. How do they do that?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like an IP address, maybe? Do they have people back there who can do that thing? Is that like they hire Jada Coons?
No. No.
Oh well.
Listen, there's no one. You still have to remember 80% of the employees at CrossFit can't do anything. But yeah,
and are dedicated to finding my fake open profiles, so I can't make videos. Use
a VPN. Lead with kindness. I don't mean it as a mean thing, like to call her the fittest, fattest tub of shit. I mean, it's not like she's not in denial of that. It's like trans people, like they're mentally ill. They're not in denial of that. Like no one's like, yeah, I was born in the wrong body and I'm totally mentally sane.
Did you ever go down that rabbit hole that was the post I put up the other day with the change petition? You remember that thing?
Oh my God, yes.
You did go down that rabbit hole.
I mean, I know that organization Outwad intimately, their relationship with Noble, the programs they've supported. They're a fucking disgusting fucking organization. They're such scumbags. They're the worst of the worst. They are bad. Those are bad people.
Oh, Jan Clark was at that High Rocks and he didn't see Sporty Beth. Oh, Daniel, thank you. Bethany Robinson, 2025 Manchester High Rocks time. 2 hours, 27 minutes. Hunter could do 2 in the amount of time it took for her to do 1.
Oh, wow.
He might be able to sneak in a third. No.
My biggest takeaway is that the broadcast was so painful that I would not even bother watching the competition next year if it doesn't change. And I've watched the stream for the last 4 years. Coverage was pitiful.
What are you reading from?
Someone just texted me that.
Someone.
I honestly, I can't see who it is. I just see their phone number because it's on my computer and their name's not on my computer. For all I know, you texted it to me.
The 630 number?
No.
Yeah, man. I honestly really hope that they somehow find how to bring back the Hamilton Road people.
Oh, just like financially bring them back. Hey,
I mean, hell, you just got a bunch of money. Everyone's saying it, right? Miami's paying for it. They should be paying them to do that.
There's gonna be so basically the way I understand the semifinals are working this year is basically there's the open and then there's the semifinals, and the semifinals are completely independent of CrossFit, other than the fact that they qualify 1 or 2 people to the games. What I'm also hearing is that CrossFit's not paying any money for media to cover those events. So those events may do live streams or may not do live streams. We know NorCal's doing a live stream because we're working with them and we're doing their live stream. We know that we can assume that Mayhem's going to do one because they have an in-house media team. I would assume Daniel Chafee over at the French Throwdown is doing one because the guy's a fucking class act. I guess Torian Pro or whatever the fuck that one's called is going to do it because they're going to have a sellout monster crowd. I would guess also Copa Sur, the South American ones, they have a sellout crowd and people there work for $1 a day. But I have to guess there's going to be other opportunity and other streams that are going to be really struggling this year. This year, 2025, is going to be the year of the struggling stream because people are, I mean, pick an event. Pick an event and then just think, would you rather not have it or have it?
Oh, so your entire thing was skewed by that.
No.
Like you got cataracts and you can't fucking see past the fact that you know there's worse to come.
Well, I'm just thinking of it now to stretch out the length of this show. But how are these events going to pay?
It's what, probably $250,000 to do a stream like that? More?
You mean like what Hamilton wrote, like what the games does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably
maybe
the game.
A lot of Blues of the past, $250,000. You think?
Yeah,
it's more?
minimum. Yeah.
I wonder if I can find this.
Just because there's so much pre-work, you know what I mean? They got 5 graphics guys that fucking, put in 20 hours each at, $200 an hour. I mean, it's not like our group showing up to crash and everyone's like packed into a house together and working for free and knocking it out. You know what I mean? There's people who want to get paid.
I'm trying to find this box. Have you seen that box camera lens? That like Sony box. I remember when I was at Wadapalooza and I first got into like camera shit, they had this lens on a big ass tripod. It looked like
you're talking about the $200,000 lens.
Yeah, it was like a $250,000 camera lens.
Yeah,
and what it allows you to do is stay perfectly in focus when it goes up to like 10,000 millimeters, and
right.
It's also stationed on like in this indestructible house sort of thing. And then there's 4 more. There's 4 more of them. And so I'm like,
dude,
it's like $1 million in rental equipment, and those are just lenses.
So the guys I know who shot for the NFL, each one of them is responsible for a camera, and they travel around with it in a steel suitcase, and they just go from show to show every weekend.
One camera, one guy.
Yeah, one camera, one guy. And so he shows up there, sets up his $20,000 tripod, his $250,000 camera, his $250,000 lens, and he sits there with it. And they have 15 of those guys right at every game, and those dudes. And that's what you do. And that's so you think that guy travels around with fucking $700,000 worth of gear in a steel suitcase and goes from place to place. Yeah, it's great, and that's his job. That just to guard that camera throughout the week, get it to the next location, and go.
And that's what Brian was competing with.
Yeah, I didn't know Wadapalooza had that shit. Yeah, probably.
I remember I looked up at it and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's that fucking one I saw the video on.
Yeah, Charlie probably has a big fucking semi truck show up there that's a transformer that's like a studio, and all the dudes go in there and there's 25 monitors and they have walkie talkies and just all that shit. You know what I mean? They're talking to you. That's why. But on the other hand, that's why the games is so fucked up, because half the guys on the field don't fucking understand the sport, so they don't know what they're covering. Yeah. So that's why it crashed. You got a really small field, and you got Matt Souza with an iPhone, and you don't miss a fucking thing.
Because he knows where to go, when to be there, and you need the guy in the truck saying cut to whatever at whatever point. And
yeah, every jackass there is just like, the guy there just can't wait to get home and drink a beer.
I sent you I showed you something. I watched this video at one point.
God, that's oboes.
It's like an old ass thing, and fuck it shows you like what the camera can do from like the distances it can do it. And this is the sort of shit that they had at Wadapalooza in the past. What the fuck is it doing here? It's supposed to zoom in like crazy distances and allow you to keep focus and image. This is what I used to have on the athletes in the past.
Wow.
I thought it had It was a box lens. It was one of these. It looked just like that, but
Yeah.
it was a Sony. And I
Yeah.
know I found it. I sent it to you the other day.
Yes.
Oh, dude, this is the thing. This is crazy. Look at this. This is what they used to have on the athletes. If I were the athletes, I'd be pissed because they used to present you with this motherfucker. So up in some fucking cloud base, there was someone sitting in a chair, like you said, who has this fucking camera lens that can zoom in like that.
Wow.
And keep Parachute Man in focus.
Yeah, the NFL stuff is absolutely crazy, right? There's one guy just following the ball through the air. There's one guy like zoomed in on a runner and he never comes out of focus as he's running 40 yards down the field to catch a pass.
And that's what Hamilton Road did, I suppose.
You could see a single sperm.
And then I guess my question would be if anybody thought about that, the way that, I mean, maybe even like, I consider myself some like dumbass YouTuber who just like observes shit. And I remember I looked up at one point and I saw this camera. I'm like, I wonder if they thought about this before they decided to do what they did this year.
What if you found out they didn't pay Brian anything and he did the whole thing for free?
I still don't think that anybody would care as they watch the live stream. And I mean, I already said I thought it was probably Wadapalooza's fault. If that's the case, it's like, goddamn, are they stupid over there?
And that is the thing is about Wadapalooza is that is their CrossFit Games. That's their one. That's their.
Yeah.
That's their.
Don't you agree? Don't you think so? Like, imagine if they gave him no money. Say, hey, have at it. Don't you think that would just be the dumbest decision ever?
Yeah. If it's your high, I mean, I don't know. It depends on what. I mean, it depends on what you sold to your sponsors. Depends on what your goal is. But yeah, it seems. It seems a little naive. It seems a little naive to have this massive. The venue and the prize money was disproportionate. Was not commensurate to the filming. The filming at Crash was commensurate to the prize money and the venue.
It was like $5,000, right? At Crash, or was it 10?
What?
The prize.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was 5.
But yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, it's kind of crazy to have a $567,000 purse, 1,000 athletes, Miami City 800 meters, and then have
an arguably free live stream, as you just said. What if you found out that he didn't accept a dime and did it for free?
Stop complaining. At least there's a live stream, and that's exactly why the sport will die, because of that attitude.
Someone told me, oh, then they just don't get it.
I just want a simple camera to make videos at our gym. Maybe I should stay out of the camera market hearing these prices. No, right here. This is what you want. You either want this DJI Action Pro 5 or
this.
Yep, this GoPro. It's crazy.
Which one do you have? I have an 11. You probably have a 13, don't you?
How would I know?
I just mine says on the side right there.
Oh, mine has a cover on it.
Hey,
here's the thing too, by the way. If for anyone who's thinking about getting into, I know this is off subject, but if you're thinking about getting to the market, go look at go find a YouTube page where there's professional photographers who exclusively use this and professional videographers, and you'll have your brain blown. What you can do with your cameras. What?
Why?
Because it looks like the highest level of commercial quality. Here, I'll show you. You can just type in professional GoPro hero videos.
Oh, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? It's like it's like someone took it up to fucking Mount Everest and followed a guy skiing down, and you can't even believe the shots they're getting. You're like, this whole thing was shot with a GoPro?
Hey, you can shoot and like log and all that shit on your phone now too if you have a newer iPhone. Do you know that?
No. I don't fuck with LUTs or any of that shit. Do you?
I do, but I'm usually terrified that I'm going to fuck everything up. Like, it's going to be incredibly overexposed. I won't be able to save it. So
Yeah.
I generally steer clear of it. I'd rather have the conversation and content in it than have it look 1% fancier for someone who won't care about it. Hey, I
Right.
told someone the other day that I shot an entire video just with the automatic settings on my camera, and they're
Yeah.
like, "What?" And I'm like, "Hey, the fact that you didn't know as a video editor says more about it than anything else.
Yeah,
Like, why are
exactly.
you wasting your time with it?"
Well, I mean, you put out so much content. It would be crazy for you. I mean, I'm looking for best GoPro.
Because you know what people will do is they'll do like their S-Log3 on their Sony camera, and then they've got to color correct every single fucking clip that they got to match the other clips in different settings. It's almost an entire nightmare. Some's inside, some's outside, some's light, some's dark.
GoPro Hero Cinema. Oh, here we go. Okay, look at this.
There you go, Rosie. Who asks you to shoot in manual? That's another question.
Here we go.
Oh, this looks good. Oh, you're cheating. You're making it look nicer for them. God damn.
It's crazy nice, right?
Awesome.
Yeah, slow-mo fire. Crazy.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hey, and the thing is too, is you'll get shots with these cameras you'll never get with another camera. You'll put it in places and situations. You'll
With a
try some
GoPro?
crazy shit. What?
With a GoPro.
Yeah, but you're not going to get shallow depth of field.
And you're also not going to get any closer than 24 millimeter. Hey, I was Alexis was helping this weekend. And I had to explain to her that the buttons on the phone, like the 5, the 2, and the 1, are the 3 cameras on the back. Or
What
like,
did she
I actually think it's 5, 1, and 0.5, 1, and 5, and the 2 is nothing.
Oh, the 2's just like some sort of
She
zoom.
thought they were just like some abstract, like, oh, this is nice to zoom in this far. I had to tell her, I'm like, no, this is camera 1 that zooms in to 70. Or maybe it's 200, 160. This is 14. And so I was explaining all that shit to her, and she's like, oh, that's why there's 3 cameras on the back. I'm like, yeah. Not because they like do something crazy, because they actually do something by themselves.
I guess back in the day, those buttons was all just probably like some sort of digital zoom. I can't even remember if they used to have them on the old cameras.
Have you ever thought about the fact that you have a camera background and maybe it's always made sense, but to someone like her who grew up with digital zoom, she's probably just like, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know what is cool about the 16 though is you know that thing that you just did right there. Do you smell weed?
No.
You boys smell weed? You know what's crazy is you used to not be able to do that. You used to not be able to just push the button.
Did you know if you hold your finger and slide, so like hold your finger on the times things, and then like go left or right. Hold your finger on like 0.1 and go left or right.
Yeah.
You know that? You did know that? Okay.
Yeah. I love my iPhone.
I think it's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone always asks me how to start making videos. I'm like, you got an iPhone?
Yeah.
You don't need shit else. It's like Rosie saying here, learn how to shoot in manual on your iPhone. There's a new app for that.
Oh, how to shoot manual?
Mm-hmm. If you got exposure, aperture, ISO, and all that on a phone, like you should never buy another camera.
Right. I know people that tell me all the time, can you teach me how to use a camera? I'm like, dude, you have to sit down and learn learn those things yourself. It only takes 15 minutes.
Yeah. Well, it takes 15 minutes of like wanting to learn too.
Right.
People don't actually want to learn. They just want to look cool, or they want shit to look cool.
What time are we doing Binge Bros tonight? I was going to do my show with Taylor on the CAC and the weekend review at 6.
So that's 8 my time. How long is that show?
An hour.
Okay. You want to go at like just the 15?
7:15.
Yeah.
Is that too late for you?
No. It's fine.
All right.
9:15 my time.
Okay, cool. If you haven't signed up, go over to the Binge Bros. Good luck finding it. It's all one word, the Binge Bros. No one can find it.
Can I pull it up real quick? What do you mean no one can find it?
Everyone tells me they can't find it because they type in the Binge Bros and with the spaces. And then you have to
pop up.
all
John.
in one word or even when you use the spaces.
Yeah, I shared it. It's the Binge Bros, and it's the first thing to pop up.
Oh, yeah, but you typed it as one word. People type it in as 3 words.
Oh, yeah. Look at it like a handle, like an Instagram handle. The Binge Bros, all one word. Hey, you want to know what's crazy? Look at this fucking episode. 5.3 thousand views.
Holy shit.
Right? It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's great. So I think it's episode. If you haven't watched this season, you want to catch up and get up to whatever the most recent episode is. I think it's episode 7.
This last show didn't do so hot. 662. I told you I didn't fucking bring it. The show is shit.
Oh, maybe it's because we did it late too. Our scheduling was off. This one might be fucked up too.
Right. It's not Friday. Not our normal time.
Hiller, how many people did Brian have on his stream team?
It seemed like quite a few. Probably not a dozen. Less than a dozen.
I know 5. I know Patrick Clark, Brian, Chase, Bill, Barclay. Oh, some dude named Chad.
Chad.
I know 6. Then you have to assume there was probably a drone operator, graphics guy.
No, that was actually Brian's kid.
Brian is a kid?
No, that was a joke. But like, you know how Avi flies the drone around? Like Avi could do it.
Yeah.
A drone operator, like if fucking Avi could fly it around.
Did you see the drone? Like up close?
Theirs? No, I didn't see a single drone.
Okay.
I brought a drone. I've got some. I thought drones were illegal for some reason. Like Wadapalooza media people don't allow you to use it. And I know there was a media, maybe it was the games. So, somewhere in like one of these media agreements, you're not allowed to fly drones. But I flew a drone. I flew it from my hotel. I flew it over there, and I'm like, what are they going to do? Shoot it down?
Did you have a balcony in your hotel room?
No, I went out to like the front, and I just like put it down, and I sat on the corner. I just like flew it over.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I just got a whole bunch of crap from the hotel.
Oh, that's really cool.
See, I could have done the drone broadcast from my hotel.
Oh shit! Lucy Campbell just signed up with Will Morad League.
You're gonna cover the Will Morad League?
I don't know. No, I don't know what I'm doing.
Whatever less than 0 interest is what I've got for that.
How come?
When he was on Peter's show, the disinterest and the disengagement from the CrossFit Games team and season. It's the difference between what NorCal is doing and what the World Fitness Project is doing, or the NorCal Classic is doing everything it can to like put the west coast of NorCal Classic, the west coast of CrossFit on its back. They want to bring it grassroots. They want to give it to the community. The World Fitness Project just seems to be taking without any sort of like acknowledgement of where it came from or why it's there.
Whoa. Well, yeah, that's for certain. I mean,
the fucking judge post is incredibly crazy considering like who the fuck is going to judge your shit if not for the fucking thing your entire thing is created off of.
What judge post? Explain that to me.
Did you not see the thing I put up? It was on Instagram and it was here, I'll pull it up real quick. You have to have seen this shit. This is insane to me. This. Oh my God.
I don't believe it's going to get off the ground until I see it.
Here you go.
Thank you for your interest in judging for the World Fitness Project Tour. You'll be required to work the full event during the following days. Friday, May 9th. Judges will receive meals, t-shirt. I don't know what that is. Swag. So you're saying that, like, hey, you're supposedly doing something that's better than CrossFit, and yet you're no better than CrossFit. At least you know all the judges are. All the judges I think are paid at all
That's
the
what
judges
I was saying. Yeah,
are paid at CrossFit. I think
the ones who will be in the final heats with the people that matter the most have gotten money from CrossFit.
Yeah, and they're all level 1 instructors and flow masters, and they're professional fucking trainers at the highest level.
Right. This thing.
There's no.
I don't want to give it any air, honestly, but like this thing, I couldn't not talk about. It's ridiculous.
Like, hey, fuck you, ding dongs, isn't the premise that you're trying to make it better than something?
Here, Chad, who's on the broadcast team this past week. I mean, this is the same for 90% of all their CrossFit competitions. But what is it? It's a fucking CrossFit competition. So, like, and for them to be on those podcasts early on and to not, we haven't talked to CrossFit at all.
Wait, what's that guy Chad saying? I can't read it. What's it say?
It says, I mean, this is the same for 90% of cross competitions in CrossFit. And while he's right,
but not the games.
And also every other competition at least admits that they're doing CrossFit.
Yeah.
Like that little nuance, that little barrier to entry would have completely changed my tone.
No, that's not what he's saying. So no one can do anything unless they ask CrossFit. No, that's not what he's saying at all.
If Steve Jobs decided to make another Apple product for some reason in another company because something bad happened at Apple, like nobody would think that it's anything other than a new iPhone. But he's like, hey, you guys want to come make this shit for me for free?
You got these people who are complaining that there's not enough events, that the events don't judge good enough, that they're treated poorly, that the prize money isn't well, that the athletes aren't looked after, that the judging's not good enough, that the judges aren't paid. And basically what he's saying is like, it's a complete shit show. You've harvested these athletes, tempted them to come only with money. Your announcements are still late, like CrossFit's announcements are late. Now there's too many events too close, so the athletes can't do them all. And not only that, but your judging is probably going to be the worst judging of any event. When that was that's 20% of the reason why you supposedly started. And if you have shitty judging, you're definitely not going to have good safety. And so that's what he's saying. Right, Hiller? You're just basically saying like, hey, dude, like what the fuck? There is no sport without good judging.
Hey, can you hold this Clooney's guy so nobody can do anything unless they ask CrossFit? No, not at all. But when I talk to a handful of people that work amongst CrossFit to put on the best things in CrossFit, and they're like almost being pulled away from CrossFit to help build this thing, while it's like an undercutting of what do they call it? Chain of command. It's like, hey, you're going behind everyone's back to talk about the people who do the jobs. It's like it's just incredibly shady.
I hope this isn't true, but I suspect this is. Judges will receive the privilege to be in the same space as the famous athletes. Yeah, there's that kind of sentiment.
I just think it's really weird that you're giving all this money to all these people, and then you don't give any money to the people who are working.
Well, and listen, and because you want quality, because you were complaining you wanted quality.
Equality or quality?
Quality.
But you're not going to get quality from people who are exercising. No. You're going to get it from people who are working.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. You're not if their whole thing is like if you don't pay the judges, you're not getting good judges. That's been like their premise the whole time. And now they're doing judging. And
I don't know if that's been the World Fitness Project thing. To be fair.
I'll just say that's the blanket statement for these athletes in general. That's their sentiment, that they have issues with judging.
Mm-hmm. I'm of the camp that if the CrossFit Games made a dickload of money, then everyone's happy and no one's bitching. And I think the more you detract from the one thing, the worse everything gets.
What one thing? Any one thing?
The game season.
Oh, right.
Like no one's complaining with 1 million people signed up for the Open this year about not having earning opportunities. Right? I mean, the investors, big old bad Berkshire and partners aren't upset because they made money. The athletes aren't upset because the champions make $1 million and everyone down all the way to 20th make more money, not less. But yeah, go over there with some people.
You're not going to get better. You're not going to get better judging than the games. Just is the way it is.
That's what NorCal's paying, $100 a day, I think.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, NorCal Classic's got $100 a day. So $300 a judge. 50 judges.
Wow.
Pretty. I mean, it's good, right?
Yeah.
That's half of one athlete signing at the World Fitness Project.
Hey, and they'll take it more seriously.
Whom? Those judges?
The judges.
Yes.
I saw some ridiculous judging at NorCal last year. The biggest thing I saw at WZA was lack of confidence from some judges and lack of understanding of movements from others across all divisions. Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw some lack of confidence from some judges at NorCal last year that was crazy. This chick who was judging Tudor, it was fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It was nuts. And she loved Tudor. She was a mess. She turned into just one giant wet puss.
That's what you get for free. Uh-huh. Hey, I like Tudor more than anybody.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you guys this evening. Next show with Taylor Self will be at 6, and then head over to Binge Rose. Thanks, Andrew, for doing this.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see the polo piece. All right. Bye.